Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our Dart programming language course. I hope you all are fine. So our chapter 2 has been completed. Now we are going to start our chapter 3, that is functions. Here is the overview of whole chapter. First of all, we will see what is function, types of function, function parameter, anonymous function, arrow function, scope in Dart, math in Dart, and at the last practice exercise. Now first of all we will see what is function. Function are block of code that performs a specific task. They are created when some statements are repeatedly occurring in the program. The function helps reusability of the code in the program. Here are the advantages of function. Avoid code repetition. Easy to divide the complex program into smaller parts. Help to write a clean code, right? This is the syntax of function. Now let me open VS Code and show you practically. As you know, our Dart program always start with main function, right? This is a function, right? Void main. And we can create another function here. Let me create void. Here I can give name to the function. For now I will give name my function, same as the main function. Here it is the body of function, right? Now we can write different statements in our function. Here let me write I am function. Now if I run this program, you will see nothing happen, right? Because there is nothing in our main function. There is no statement inside main function, right? But if we want to call this function, we want to execute this statement, then we need to call my function. Here you can see. Now it will call our my function. Let me show you. Here you can see it is printing my function. It means our function is working, right? This is how we can create our function and use it. Let me show you some other detail. Here there are different things, right? First is return type, right? Every function has a return type. It tells you the function output type. It can be void, string, integer, double. If the function does not return anything, you can use void as a return type, right? Let me show you what is return type. Here you can see our return type in our case is void, right? Void mean our function return nothing, right? Here if I use instead of void, if I use string, right? Then we need to return a string, right? Here let me return a string, return I am a function, like this. Now when we call our function my function, it will give us a string I am a function, right? Here I can store this string into variable string str, like this. When I will call my function, it will give me a string, and then I can print this string str. Let me check it. Here you can see it is printing I am a function because our function return a string, right? We can directly return this string, or we can create another here variable string my str. Here I can give a value I am a function, like this, and instead of value here I can write my variable my str, right? It will execute same thing. For example, return type is integer, int. Now this time you can see it is showing error. A value of type string cannot be returned from the function my function because it has return type of integer. The return type of function is int, right? But we are going to return a string. That is why it is showing error, right? Now let me remove it. Here instead of string, let me return integer 10 because 10 is integer. Now here I also need to change everything. Int variable a, and I can store its value my function, right? My function will give us a value 10, and I can store 10 inside this variable, and after that I can print my variable. Here you can see it is showing 10. I can also directly put my function inside print function because it will give us a value like this, and I can remove it. Now you can see it is doing same thing, right? Because our function is giving an integer, its return type is integer, so it will print 10. I hope you got what is the return type of any function. Next is function name. You can name functions by almost any name. Always follow a lower camel case naming convention like void print name, right? This is telling us about the name of any function. You can give any name, right? But lower camel case is best. If we use lower camel case, this is very good naming convention. Last one is parameters. Parameters are the input to the function which you can write inside the bracket. Always follow a lower camel case naming convention for your function parameter, right? Now let me show you what are the parameters. Here for example, I need to create a function that will add two numbers and show the output. Here void name of the function will be add, and there are two variables, a its value is 10 and b its value is 20. Here I need to add two numbers and show the result. Print a plus b, right? Here I need to call the function add. It will add two numbers and show the result. Here you can see it is showing result. For example, these two variables are inside main function. Let me cut and paste. Here a and b are here, but I need to add these two numbers inside this function, right? Then what I can do, here I can use parameters, right? The concept of parameters. Here I can use parameters integer because my both variables are integer. That is why I will use here integer. I need to pass two variables inside my add function, so I can use any name for my variables inside parameters. Now I will choose value 1 and value 2. Value 2. Simple names. Now it means when I will call my add function, then I need to pass two values, right? Both values are integer. Now here I will pass my a and b variables, a and b. You can see I have passed my both values. So here I can use my variables value 1 and value 2. Like this I can add both values. Let me show you. Here you can see it is printing 30. It is doing same thing, but now this time I am passing values from my main function. I can also use directly here values instead of variables, 10 and for example 30, and I can remove my variables here, right? I directly put my values here. Now it will directly add the numbers. Here you can see it is showing. I can also create more functions. Let me create another function. I will copy and paste same function. Name it subtract. Now I will subtract. Here instead of plus I will use minus. Now I can call this function here, subtract. I can subtract by numbers 30 and value 2 will be 5. Now it will show the result. Here you can see, first of all it is printing 40, the output of this function, and after that it is printing 25. 30 minus 5, 25. It is doing both operations. So this is the use of functions. I hope you got what is function and what are the return type of any function and what are the parameters. We will see more details about functions in our upcoming tutorials. If you have any question in your mind, you can ask in comment box. And if you have any suggestion regarding our channel or this course, you can also type in comment box. Okay, good luck.